Hello guys, my name is Jerome Bayani from BSIT 2105, and for today's video is all about summarization of chapter 3 in CCNA 1, which is entitled um what is that? Yeah. Network Protocol and Communication. So let's get started. Central to this development framework is the use of general accepted models that describe network rules and functions. So, communication fundamentals, a network can be as complex as device connected across the internet or as simple as two computers directly connected to one another with a single cable. Rules establishment before communicating with one another, individuals must use established rules or agreement to govern the conversation. These rules or protocols must be followed in order for the message to be successfully delivered and understood. Protocol must account for the following requirements. First one is an identifier sender and receiver. Second one is the common language and grammar. Third one is the speed and timing delivery, and the fourth one is the confirmation or acknowledgement requirements. So message encoding, one of the first step to sending a message is encoding. Encoding is the process of converting information into another acceptable form for transmission. Decoding reverses this process in order to interpret the information. So, formatting and encapsulation. When a message is sent from source to destination, it must use a specific format or structure. Letter writing is one of the most common form of written human communication. For centuries, the grid format for personal letter has not changed. In many cultures, a personal letter contains the following statement. First one is the an identifier of the recipient. Second one is a salutation or greeting. Third one is the message content. Fourth one, a close phrase. And the last one is the an identifier of the sender. Message size comes from another rule of communication in size. When people communicate with each other, the message that they send are usually broken into smaller parts of sentence. So let's go on now with the message delivery option. A message can be delivered in different ways. Sometimes a person wants to communicate information to a single individual. At other times, the person may need to send information to a group of people at the same time, or even to all people in the same area. Rules that govern communication. A group of interrelated protocols necessary to perform a communication function is called a protocol suite. Protocol suites are implemented by hosts and networking devices is software or hardware or both. One of the best way to visualize how the protocol within a suite interact is to view the interaction as a stack. Network protocol. As the human level, some communication rules are format and other are simply understood based on the custom and practice. So for device to successfully communicate a network protocol, suit must describe precise requirements and interaction. Networking protocols define a common format and set of rules for exchanging message between devices. Note that IP is the course refers to both the IPv4 and IPv6 protocols. IPv6 is the most recent version of IP and their replacement for the more common is the IPv4. Protocol interaction communication between a web server and web client is an example of interaction between several protocols. The protocols shown in the figure included the HTTP, the TCP, and HTTP is an application protocol that governs the way a web server and a web client interact, while the TCP is the transport protocol that manages the individual conversation. Protocol suite and industry standards. So the protocol suite is a set of protocols that work together to provide comprehensive network communication service. The TCP/IP protocol suite is an open standard, meaning these protocols are freely available to the public and any vendor available to implement this protocol on their hardware or in their software. So development of TCP/IP, the first packet switching network and predecessor to the Internet, was the Advanced Research Project Agency Network, or the ARPANET, which came to life in 1969 by connecting mainframe computer at four locations. ARPANET was funded by the U.S. Department of Defense for use by universities and research laboratories. So, open standards. Open standard encourage interoperability, competition, and innovation. They also guarantee that no single company product can monopolize the market or have an unfair advantage over its competition. Internet standard. So these are standard organization are usually vendors, neutral, not-profit institution establishment to develop and promote the concept of open standard. So standard organization is include Internet Society, or the ISOC, Internet Architecture Board, or the IAB, and Internet Engineering Task Force, or the IETF. Electronic and Communication Standard Organization. So, other standard organizations have responsibilities for promoting and creating the electronic and communication standard used to deliver the IP packet as electronic signal over a wire or wireless medium. So, the IEEE, or the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineer, Organization of Electronical Engineer and Electronic, dedicated to advanced technology, innovation, and creating standard in the wide area of industry, including power and energy, healthcare, telecommunication, and networking. While at the EIA, or the Electronic Industry Alliance, best known for its standard related to electrical wiring connectors and the 19-inch rack used to mount. So the benefits of using a layer model is to assist in protocols design, because protocols that operate at a specific layer have defined information that they act upon, and a defined interact to the layer above and below, fostering competition because products from different vendors can work together. Preventing technology or capability changes is one layer from affecting other layer above and below, providing a common language to describe networking function and capabilities. So let's go on to the OSI reference model. So the functionality of each layer and the relationship between layer will become more evident throughout this layer as the protocol and discussed in more detail. Whereas the TCP/IP model layer and referred to only by name, the 7 OSI model layer are more often referred to by number rather than by name. So, the OSI model and TCP/IP model comparison is the protocols that make up the TCP/IP protocol suite can also be described in terms of the OSI reference model. In the OSI model, the network access layer and the application layer of the TCP/IP model are further divided to describe discrete functions that must occur at this layer. So protocol data units, as application data is passed down the protocol, stacks on its way to be transmitted across the network media. Various protocol information is added at each level. So the encapsulation, this process is reversed as the receiving host and is known as the encapsulation. The encapsulation is the process used by receiving device to remove one or more of the protocol's headers. The data is the encapsulated as it moves up the stack toward the end user application. Network address. The network and data link layer are responsible for delivering the data from the source device to the destination device. So, but their address have different purposes. Network layer source and destination addresses responsible for delivering the IP packets from the original source to the find destination. Data link layer source and destination addresses responsible for delivering the data link frames from one network interface card or NIC to another NIC on the same network. Device on the same network role of network layer addresses. The network layer addresses or IP addresses indicate the original source and final destination, as IP address contains two parts. These are more and more it is network that connect us. People communicate online from everywhere. Conversation in classrooms spill into instant message, chat session, and online debates continue at school. New services are being developed daily to take advantage of the network. So that's all my summary about chapter 3, which entitled Network Protocols and Communication. I hope you like it. So see ya. Bye.